Hi everyone, welcome to my coding care. So in this previous tutorial, I have explained what's the relation between user and fund. Okay, so how user and account investor and for fund are in relationship with each other. So we'll create two services like user service. One is fund service. But before creating the microservices, let's learn what is monolithic architecture. So monolithic architecture is nothing but it's a system design pattern. Okay, system design pattern where the components of an application is a one combined code base. Okay, suppose this is one module and this is one more module and this is one more module. Okay, all this module is combined and placed in one application. Okay, one application is nothing but one war file. This is nothing but monolithic architecture. So when we are using monolithic architecture, what's uh, what was the problem we are facing? So let's discuss. Okay, first problem is, okay, what is scaling? Scaling is nothing but like making our system handle more work. Okay, or we are increasing the resource. Suppose this is my application and more and more requests comes into my application. Okay, at the point of time my application not able to handle uh, the request, like it's the burden of the request is increased. Okay, so it deployed one server, so now the burden of the server is high. So at that time we are increasing the capacity of the server. Okay, so server is nothing but one machine. Okay, this is one machine only. Suppose increasing the capacity means there are two ways we can increase. One is vertical scaling, one is vertical scaling and another is horizontal scaling. Okay, vertical scaling means like we are increase the cpu. Okay, suppose I have a computer, this is my computer. Okay, I'm using now 4 GB ram, 4 GB ram and 15 12 GB suppose hard drive I'm using. Okay, so later point of time I just wanted to upgrade my system. So I used 16 GB memory and instead of hard drive I'm using 1 TB of ssd. Okay, so now the computer is running fine. Similar kind of thing here also. So we are just increasing the capacity of the same machine. Okay, then second thing is horizontal scaling. Horizontal scaling means instead of increasing the capacity of the machine, we are increasing or we are adding more machine. Suppose already this is one server is there, right? One server is there. Instead of increasing the capacity, we are adding more server. Okay, this more server. This is nothing but horizontal scaling. Suppose for example you can say like customer care. Okay, so in call center, like if a suppose one employee is there, this is one employee is there. Okay, more number of calls came. Okay, initially he was handling because less number of call was coming, but a later point of time more number of requests came. Okay, he's not able to handle all the requests, right? So the company was decided like either he can increase the capacity of this person. How? Like work time, work, one is work time they increase. Okay, second is either we can increase the salary. Okay, so that maybe he will work more time. Okay, then second way is instead of giving more salary and assign more work time, instead of they are hiring more people. Okay, more people. So when the call came, they are distributing the call. The similar kind of thing here also. Horizontal scaling means suppose this is one server, this is one more server and this is one more server. Okay, now this server has uh, 80% request is processing. Okay, now this is 70%, now this is 30%. Okay, the request came first. The request is not going to here because already button of the server is there. Instead of going this server, it going to this server. So requests are distributing across the machine. This is nothing but horizontal scaling. Then second thing is slower deployment. Okay, slower deployment and or slower development and deployment. Slower deployment means like if suppose this is one module, this is one more module, and this is one more module. Okay, this all the module is inside one application. Suppose I am changing here. Okay, if one changes I'll done one module, the entire application I have to rebuild again. Okay, I have to retesting again, and I have to redeploying the whole the application. Okay, not just particular module. Okay, if one changes needs to be done in particular module, I have to rebuild, retesting and redeploying the whole application, not a particular module. So this is making slower. Okay, then third thing is tightly coupled. Okay, what is tightly coupled? Suppose when I created this application, I was using Java. Okay, I using Java language I created the application. I just wanted to add some feature in this module, but that that's the feature is available suppose in Python. Okay, Python, but here I can't using Python. This is very limited flexibility is there. Okay, we can say one is limited flexibility. Okay, limited flexibility. Okay, we can't use other language. Okay, or or suppose I create changes this module, maybe it will impact to the other module. So this is because of the interdependent. Okay, this is tightly coupled happen. So to these problems, all these problems we can avoid, like in when we are using microservices. For is fault tolerance. Okay, fault tolerance. What is fault tolerance? Suppose in this module, sorry, in this application, if one module got failed. Okay, suppose I got something error in this module. Okay, the whole entire application will goes down. Okay, so this is nothing but fault tolerance. Okay, so to avoid these problems we are using microservices. First, scalability. Then second, slower development. Okay, slower development. Third is tightly coupled. Okay, tightly coupled. Then fourth is fault tolerance. Fault tolerance. Then next is limited flexibility. Okay, these problems we are facing when we are using monolithic architecture. So how we are overcome this problem? Okay, instead of keeping all the modules in one application, we can create separate service. Suppose this service. Okay, this service is doing authentication kind of work. Okay, and this service is handling notification. Okay, notification. So we can call as like notification service, and this is something like payment related service. Okay, payment related service. So this so all these services are hosted in different server. This hosted in one server, this hosted in different server, this hosted in one more server. Okay, one more server. Here if one of the service will fail, then the application is running. Okay, because it is not dependent on all the application, right? In microservices, we see so many advantages is there, like scalability, flexibility, fault tolerance, then improve, it will improve the productivity also. Okay, but what's the disadvantages if we are using the microservices? Okay, first disadvantages is like complexity. What is complexity? Okay, what is complexity? Okay, in monolithic architecture, all the module is one application. Okay, when we are deploying, that is only one server we are deploying. I can manage, but thing is here different service is there. Okay, and all the service is hosted in different server. Okay, different server. So the managing multiple service is a tedious job. So managing these multiple services, it increases the system complexity. Okay, then second thing is data management. Why we data management? Because see, data management, suppose here in monolithic architecture, all the module they are using one database. Okay, then all the data are storing or retrieving from only one database. But here maybe this service is using different database. Okay, maybe this service using different database, and okay, each service has different database. So ensuring the data also consistency across the services, this is a very challenging task in microservices. Okay, then third thing is deployment overhead. Deployment overhead is nothing but after all the services we have to testing, versioning, and we can say like dependency management become, it's more complex. So this is the basic things we can get more complex in microservices. Okay, but now question is, when do I use microservices? Okay, suppose my application is very small application. Okay, this is very small application, and I can satisfied with 1 db, and the number of requests also very less. In that cases I can use monolithic architecture, it's easy. Okay, but when we are using microservices, suppose in my application is a big application like Flipkart. Okay, Flipkart or Amazon. So this is a big application. So at that cases we can use microservices. That is not an issue. But for a very small application, we can use monolithic architecture. Okay, so in this video I just covered like what is microservices, what is monolithic architecture, what is scaling, and how we are avoid, what's the disadvantages also we are facing in microservices. Okay, now on the next lecture I'll create the microservices. Okay, I'll create one user service and one is fund service. Okay, so these two microservices will create on next videos. If you don't subscribe my channel, please subscribe. Yeah, thank you.